Alright. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, so we're rushing X2. I guess I'm doing the commentary. I'm not really going to talk a lot, just going to say a few things every now and then, because I've never actually speedrun this game before. First stage is intro stage. I guess the main difference from X2 to X1 is in the intro stage you start off with dash, so the intro stage isn't a real boring pain in the butt. Pretty simple stage over in like 40 seconds or so. I guess during this part I just want to read a donation. We did have a $10 donation from Hactical, and he says, "Great marathon, awesome job to all the runners. Put this towards Valkyrie profile." So thank you for your donation. Just to update on that bid war, it is the bid war is between two games. It's Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion and Valkyrie Profile. So you got the whole Western RPG versus JRPG thing going on. So whoever wins the bid war is the game that'll be played. So right now we have Oblivion with $93.66, and we have Valkyrie Profile with $155.41. Alright, so first Robot Master, to play too much Classic Mega. First Maverick will be Sponge. Wire Sponge is basically one of the most annoying bosses in this game because it's very RNG based. You'll see coming up why that is. He's been the butt of jokes of many in the X2 community, with words which we will not mention on stream. This is, even though it says any percent, he's going to be collecting all the upgrades, all the sub-tanks. The reason why is he will get the Shoryuken later on, and that basically allows you to nearly one-hit every boss once you get it, so it's just a lot faster than, whereas in X it is faster to not get the Hadouken, so. So yeah, basically, Wire Sponge RNG is, he can do a few things. One is he'll be, okay, so you got a good pattern there. Basically, that's what you want him to do. You want him to jump up with this little, I don't even know what that is exactly, but you want him to jump up and do that. And you'll notice he's dashing while he's shooting. The reason why he does that is you do more damage while you do that. Okay, so basically what happened there is, once Wire Sponge's health gets down to a certain level, and he's on the ground, he'll go mad, I guess that's the most appropriate thing to say. You notice, like, for 5 seconds he's just sitting there, filling up with orange, and you can't do anything, you can't hit him. So when you're doing, like, RTA for this game, you basically want to avoid that, and the only way to avoid that is while he's going up with this little green thing, you can kill him before he gets back to the ground and goes mad, so. But in a marathon, it's not a big deal. It's like, you know, it could be like 5 or 10 seconds, which is nothing really for a marathon run. So first upgrade coming up is the Buster upgrade. Makes things a lot easier when you have a Buster upgrade in the second stage. And I just want to remind everybody that there are 2 prizes you can win during this Mega Man X block. If you donate at least $5, you can win a Mega Man X Hadouken Perler that was made by the runner right now, Caleb Hart. Or if you donate at least $10, you're entered to win a Rockman X2 cart, which was graciously donated by Yig Drizzle. Alright, so the thing about Gator is basically you have to use sponges is his weakness, but basically there's like a 3-frame window in which, as you see when he's going back down from his hit into his regular animation, you have 3 frames to hit him again. And if you don't hit him in those 3 frames, or is it 5 frames? I don't remember, it's one of those. But anyway, if you don't hit him in that, he goes down into the swamp, and you have to wait like at least, I don't know, it could be anywhere from like 5 to like 15 or 20 seconds or something like that. It's really awful. So basically, he got the 1 cycle, and it's like the fastest you can kill him, so it's good. Alright, next is Ostrich. They're going Ostrich 3rd because you get the leg upgrade, which allows you to do a mid-air dash, which basically allows you to collect a lot of the necessary power-ups you need to get all the power-ups. There's an alternate route that you could do Stag 3rd rather than Ostrich, but it's not really, from what I understand, it's not that practical, so nobody really does it.
It is practical. It's just it's the task route, but there are a lot of people that like to say, oh, you know, it's not actually faster or whatever because it's harder. There's like one person that does it, and his name's Headfield, and he tested it to be on average about 6 seconds faster. So I just wanted to point that out there.
Thank you. Alright, so basically there's like a couple different things that Ostrich can do. What you want him to do is you want him to jump up and do his little, I don't know, whatever you call those things. The reason why is because it resets his vulnerability, or it's either less than vulnerability, I don't remember which one it is, but basically it allows you to kill him faster. That was a pretty good pattern. He jumped up a lot. Alright, so you're gonna be seeing a trick. It's basically called Meon Jumping. Basically what it allows you to do is jump when an extra time when you shouldn't really be allowed to jump. Yeah, basically Kala did the double version of that, which is the harder version. You can do, but a double one is like the hardest one. Don't ask me to explain it because I have no idea how to explain it. I think it involves shoot and releasing your shoot and jumping on the same frame. Could be wrong, but whatever. I want to remind everybody that this is the JRTA Marathon. We are raising money for 3 Japanese runners to attend AGDQ. Those 3 runners are Oxwas, Hanage, and Ohon. And thanks to your generous donations, we have met our goal, original goal, $6,000. So they will be coming. And the rest of our donations will be going towards Doctors Without Borders. So please keep on donating. Oh yeah, sure. I can talk about the what runs the Japanese runners are running. So we have Oxwas, who's going to be running Kirby Superstar at this point. We have Hanage, who's going to be, looks like he's going to be racing Super Castlevania 4 with a few other people. And then Ohon is currently racing Mega Man 5. I happen to be one of the other racers in that race. Kill me. And he's also doing Ninja Gaiden. I think that's it. Yeah.
I guess there's something that could be talked about regarding his stag fight. What he did right before he entered the first boss door is he released his shot right before he entered the door, and that allows him to switch weapons while he has a neon charge. So while releasing bubbles during the fight, he can charge and then use 2 charge buster shots to save some time, and he's able to do that twice, one at the beginning and one at the end.
See another instance of double neon jumping. Ah, I had to mess it up. That's alright, there's a backup single neon.
So to remind people of some of the upcoming incentives we have, there is a Goof Troop bid war between which character Blecky and Cypher are going to play. It's between Max and Goofy, of course. And Goofy right now has a pretty big lead, $305 to $50 for Max. So it's kind of big, but you know, throw a big donation in there, get a big war going on. And we also have the link to the past file name. Right now there's really nothing there except for $1 for tasks. So you can, you know, make a free, that's pretty much a free donation right there. And then we also have the 8th Escape 3 bid war. You can you'll be playing as either a boy or a girl, and right now boy is at $15 and girl is at $60. And I don't remember if I mentioned this on stream, but Super Mario Bros. 3 100% was met earlier, so Kuro will be doing 100%. I think I did, but just making sure. Alright, there's a little bit to talk about the boss coming up. I guess once we get to it I can explain a little bit more. It's also important to note that you'll be using a lot of Flame Burner in this stage, and there's basically no room for error. If you play it right, you'll be using every single one of your energy, so just gotta make sure you try not to make a mistake. Alright, seems he had good energy management. That's good. Alright, so this boss coming up, his actual weakness is not going to be used until the end. The reason why is because whenever you use his weakness on him, it removes his, I guess, stinger, or whatever you want to call it. And once it removes his stinger, he starts teleporting a lot. And when he teleports a lot, it lags the game like heck. So basically, rather than use his weakness, he just uses Buster. It still involves a lot of RNG, but it's better than lagging the game, because there's a lot of lag in this fight.
Wow, that was absolutely the worst luck ever. That was so terrible. Like, that RNG was garbage, dude. Like, there are certain patterns that he does, and like, you don't want him to teleport, like, at all, and oh my god. I don't know, whatever. Shake it off, man.
out after X2 will be Mega Man 03 run by Kuribon. And then we have a few games coming up. We have Tasmania run by Jape. We have the Goof Troop Race that I mentioned earlier, which is going to be between Blecky and Cypher. And then afterwards, Cypher will be playing Gimmick. Of course, they'll be playing Best Ending, since that's what you guys donated for.
As you're probably about to see, I don't know if it's happened yet, but Caleb went up to move the crystal before he went down to get the capsule, and that basically saves a small amount of time compared to just going straight down into the pit immediately.
Alright, now let's come up to the hunter stages. Those 3 hunters that you saw repeatedly being shown on screen earlier, well, now you're actually going to fight them for real. There's a bit of lag in this fight based on where he throws his mace, so can't really tell specifically where the lag spots are or not, but it's just kind of annoying. You just sit there and let him take damage, but it's totally out of your control as to how much time you gain or lose. Alright, so coming up in Hunter 2 will be the Ellie Skip.
So hopefully Caleb will get it. It involves getting onto the little elevator thing that pushes you up earlier than intended. This is basically by dashing under the first horizontal Ellie and then getting up to the vertical Ellie in time. You almost had it. So basically getting that saves like 20 seconds.
Oh my god.
So you're going to be seeing Caleb's going to attempt to do a charge shot here, and if it's timed correctly, he'll hit him up, going up like you just saw there, and then going down, it'll hit him again. So the double hits, it's pretty hard to time, right? So to get him like all, it's really rare, and it's a really good fight if you do that.
So he has to make sure he has full life, because he's going to be getting the Shoryuken in this stage, and without full life, you won't be able to get it. There's a couple of interesting Meon jumps here. There are 2 routes you can take in this stage. We'll see which route Caleb's going to take. I imagine it's going to be... Oh, he's going to go the top route. The top route is the riskier of the 2, but it's also faster by, I believe, like 1.5 seconds, if you do it right. But as you can see, there's so many spikes that it's very easy to just die or take damage, which of course if you take damage, that's just losing you time. So you'll see the power of the Shoryuken coming up.
Oh my god, man. Oh my god. Wow, dude. Go ahead and upload this video to YouTube. So let's play.
Oh yeah, now's the boss rush. Basically it involves Shoryukening like everything, but it can be really difficult because there's certain bosses that need to be specific pixel position and specific timing. Stag is one of the easiest of the 8. Basically a lot can go wrong, because if you get hit, there's really no faster way other than to refill your health. So you have sub-tanks, but if depending on how much energy you've gotten throughout the run, it could be just one really low sub-tank, it might be one full sub-tank and a second one that's a little bit. And then there's also little energy refills up top, which you can use if you maybe got hit for like a little bit of damage. So hopefully you don't get hit, but if it happens, it could be potentially devastating. So the boss rush is one of the scariest segments of the run. It also has some RNG involved. Alright, so I think he'll be doing Gator. Basically with Gator, you have to do the 5-frame window with chains like you saw before, and you do 4, and then you have to immediately switch to Buster and Shoryuken him. It's really precise, really difficult trick to pull off. So you almost had it, but...
Wow, dude. Wow. 6 speed run. Wow, dude. Wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's like embarrassing. Like seriously. Like, this run is pretty bad. So I'm gonna go get some safe health. I should have gotten that before. Like, this is already a Let's Play, so I don't care. Unbelievable, dude. Unbelievable. I wonder if we'll break sub 1 hour. Fucking god, man.
Alright, so now the boss rush is over. We have the final stage, Sigma stage. First, small, quick stage, I guess. Shouldn't take too long. And then you have Zero. The Zero fight will require 2 Shoryukens. There's basically a method. If you fire like lemons at him initially, he just guards against them, which allows you to position yourself correctly to get to have the proper distance to Shoryuken him. And then you hit him once, and then once he comes back, you have to hit him again. So it's kind of tight, but hopefully they'll get it. Alright, it's really good. And then next is basically Wolverine Sigma. I mean, I don't know if that's his official name, but that's basically it. He'll, there's RNG involved in that. What he does, if he gives you a bad pattern, it could really screw you over, especially if you have like no sub-tanks, because you'll just get hit and it's like, oh crap. Because using his weakness takes a lot longer than Shoryuken him, so hopefully he has a good pattern.
Get ready to hit the timer. Not even sub. Time.
So it's 35 or 7.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, go ahead and upload that to YouTube.
Hey, that's playing King Hart. Yeah.
Well, it was still a very entertaining run, Caleb. So thank you.
Thank you for running, we appreciate it, man. And thanks for making the prologue too.
No problem.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Not a problem.
Alright, so up next we have Mega Man 03 being run by Curry Bomb. The finale of the X Block.